Hey guys, today we're going with an episode from the workshop series. Let me know if you like this kind of content and if you want to see more of it on the channel. So let's get started. Let's go. Hey, listen up. We're starting the project to revive the junker for DTS, and there's a little situation because we probably have to change the engine, like 99% sure. And I'm starting right where I'm buying the engine, and I'm in quite a place, back at my old stomping grounds at the Drift Patriot base. And listen, here's an interesting fact. That in the junker I have an E52B24 engine, 170 horsepower, and in Powo's old Terminator there was the same engine. So now you know where the donor comes from. Anyway, just take a look at how this car looks now. Hey Camille, beautiful engine. For now I'll take it as it is, and at the next place we'll figure out how to do it. Carry out the whole operation and what exactly to replace and what not to. So right now we'll try to load the engine onto the tow truck and I'll head to the workshop to drop off the engine. So let's get to work. We're at Autogas service and here we'll carry out the whole engine replacement operation. Right now I've delivered, as you can see, everything to the spot. We're dropping the engine and I'm heading to my garage to get the beater, which I also have to deliver here today. So we're back in action again. Mission complete, let's go get the car. And we've arrived at my secret base. That's where my car is. Chop, 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 chop. We did it, another mission complete, and we're heading back to Autogas. Ouch! So let's drop this little pest. Alright, so you understand what's going on and what we're going to do. Now then, I'm at Darek's place. Hey there. Darek Tomczyk from Autogas. He's working hard here with Peter. He's from my city, Gdansk. And now the DTS season is about to start, so it would be good to drive a bit there and compete. Last year was cool because I was the leader until the last round and I messed everything up in the final round, and in the end I finished in 5th place. That's how I left the car in the bushes. How much did I find? It varied. I checked the compression and it was gone. I'm not sure if I haven't spun a bearing in that engine. And I came to Darek to ask if he could help me prepare the car for this season so I could compete. Darek, of course, said it was no problem. They handle things like that since they also run a driving school. Now that I came here, there are about 30 drift cars all around. So he said that right now it's Friday. There's a week until we leave. I transported it, unloaded it, and so on. And the plan is that now we're going to drive the car onto the lift. We're doing a car inspection to check what needs to be replaced. Whether the engine is usable or if we absolutely have to replace it with the one I brought, or maybe it can be saved, and also other parts that need to be prepared so we can get through the season. Simply put, Darek said he would prepare the car for the DTS season for me, and that's what we'll focus on now. And like I mentioned, today we'll look over the car, and over the weekend or on Monday we'll get to work and start replacing things.
We need to order parts. We should check if the engine actually needs replacement, as it might just need a quick fix on the lift.
Exactly, because I've already brought the engine, everything, and Darek says he brought the engine.
He didn't eat right away. The engine arrived right away.
But Darek says calmly I still need to see it with my own eyes, so right now we're getting to work.
This has been here a while. We'll check at our vehicle inspection station if the calipers are stuck. We'll check professionally on the rollers to see if these handbrakes and so on are working, if they're holding or not, most importantly. And I think something will come out of this, so that our colleague from Pomerania will have something to compete with here.
So let's get to work. I guess. All right, we left the car here and we're heading into the workshop.
The engine's here, some cobwebs. Come on, man. Hey, it's Halloween after all, right? There are cobwebs. Look, it just worked out that way.
Inside it looks just like this. Listen, I left it exactly as it was.
The window is broken.
The window's broken. Well, we'll see. So there's a lot of work to do and we're taking it into the workshop.
Does it even start? But it managed.
Let's go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
This is a real wreck, isn't it? Everything's bent, the mirrors are hanging. We'll have to fix it up a bit visually too, right? I think we'll fix it up visually too.
It's gotta look good, but the mechanics are what matter.
That's honestly the least of it. Rev it cold.
But those gears, actually, I think the slave cylinder, Darek, you'll have to check it, but you'll see it with your own eyes because the gears are hard to shift, and I remember I had trouble changing gears.
See how he's handling the radio in the drift car, right?
Call that.
No problem, Hauta, for example, with Hauta. Left, hard left.
Sergey came up to the engine, checked by unplugging each coil one by one, and found that on the fourth cylinder, 1, 2, 3, on the fourth cylinder, there was no difference. So most likely one coil has failed. But we're starting with the electrical system, we're replacing one coil, and now they should be running evenly.
Here, right before this. It's not burned. The valve and seat are fine. There's just something between the seat and the head. Can we zoom in? Right here. Not sure if you can see it. Cameraman, Tassium. Oh, here there's a kind of chip, like on the other side in this aluminum part behind the valve seat, yeah.
We have a camera that's now turned to view the cylinder head and valves.
We'll inspect each spark plug hole using this clever device. Yes, we have it movable like this and... But also look, here.
Oh, I turned it, you see here, but there's a chip.
Yeah. And here too.
Maybe there was a collision here at some point, right? Yeah, show me with your finger.
Maybe it fell here?
No, closer. Here? No, lower. Here? Here? Oh, here.
Here? Yeah, maybe something fell, a piece of spark plug or...
And maybe it will be visible on the piston.
No, the piston is clean. Let's turn it over.
No, there is something.
No, there isn't? No.
There isn't here. Oh, there is something, right? No, show me the valve seat. No, it's nice. You can still see the honing marks, right? Look at the nice cross-hatching, yes. Damn, a healthy engine, Tassiem. It was. The cross-hatching is still there. The scratches are there too. The scratches are there, they're light, but that's normal. Well, now let's check this. The piston, how it looks. Yeah. No, it's good. There are no leaks.
The head gasket.
You can't tell it'll be bad. Just normal carbon buildup. There's little oil, so the rings are fine.
But it's a cool camera because, listen, you can rotate it all around, which lets you do an inspection.
Yes, we're doing it. It's agreed at his own risk.
Listen, Darek, now tell us, when you get a car like this, where do you start? How do you check it? What's your plan when you're verifying the engine, whether it's good or not?
It varies, but usually we definitely start with the simplest things, like swapping the coil, measuring compression pressure, and then moving on to cylinder leak down tests. With a special tool, where with the valves closed, you blow compressed air in and use a gauge to see, as a percentage, how much air is leaking and where it's escaping from, whether it's the intake valve, exhaust valve, or rings, because then it blows from the exhaust. We even have this funny trick where we put a rubber glove on the exhaust and fasten it. And if it inflates, then it's obvious the exhaust is leaking. In this case, we started right away by replacing the coils, but it didn't help. We checked with a camera, and now we're doing a cylinder leak test, and then we'll decide what to do next.
Cracks that could be seen here or any damage will show up in the performance, yes.
If it's as we suspect, that the air will escape through the valves, whether intake or exhaust, then we'll see air blowing into the intake or exhaust manifold. The same goes for the exhaust, and we'll have confirmation that the intake or exhaust valve is leaking. So the decision will be made to replace the engine in this case, not to repair it, although it could be fixed. I'll discuss it further.
But you'll make the decision about what we do.
Well, we don't have time for repairs now, but we can prepare it for the future. For example, for next season, fix the head and let it wait somewhere for another drift car.
All right, so now let's check the cylinder's performance.
To check it properly and avoid measurement errors, the valves have to be closed, so the piston is set at top dead center. We can't see the camshafts or timing since the cover is still on. Sometimes it's at top dead center on the power stroke, and sometimes it's on the so-called valve overlap. So, to be sure, we always set the cycle at top dead center twice in a row, because one of them has to be correct, right?
Yes, the point is that the valves have to be closed, and only then can you pump air in and check if and where it's leaking. Besides, you said you'll be able to hear if it's coming from the exhaust manifold, the intake, or from under the oil cap.
Here we already have the tool.
We have the tool, the piston is already at the top, and now we can pump air in.
You can hear that air is already flowing somewhere. We'll check where it's coming from. Oh, it's coming through here pretty strongly, believe me, right? So if I move the camera, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
No, you can hear it, you can hear it.
So now we're checking the exhaust and intake, right? For the intake, it's best to pull the hose off here.
But this cylinder clearly isn't working, right?
It's not fully working now, but compression is still fine for a drift beater. When it heats up, it seals better. But when cold, gaps are larger and compression loss increases.
Right, okay.
It's like the piston increases its diameter and everything fits better when it's heated up. You have to push it in. Yeah. That hug was like a movie, amazing. Yeah, to the side. Yeah. Thank you. I'll take it there. It'll sizzle here, and we'll cap it here. It'll hiss in the intake. Because the engine isn't completely failing on one cylinder, it's more like that cylinder's only partially working. All right, it's still generating about 5 bars, just like Tasya said. Let's check the exhaust. Can you hear it too?
Yes.
Can you hear it too? Yes. We'll see. Maybe we can get it on camera. Will you move it? Did you hear that? It's really subtle. Just the beginning of the failure.
All right, so we're probably leaning towards replacing the motor.
We'll likely need to replace the motor to finish everything for him on time.
Exactly.
There are still other issues here besides the motor. Something's wrong with the clutch, yes. The gears aren't shifting right. We still need to check the drive and see if the calipers are stuck, since there's a lot of corrosion and the discs are corroded everywhere.
Well, Darek knows what needs to be done because, like I said, there's so much junk here. It's basically a land of junk.
But listen, it's not just junk here, just so we're clear, right?
So let's show it.
Dominator races and wins.
We'll also show later the cars he has, and actually Darek has also built a new ride, which he raced in Cyprus, no, in Greece.
In Greece, at King of Europe.
King of Europe, I see the times.
Seriously, seriously.
How long did it take to build?
We made it in 2 weeks. It was wild, but I finished it for my 40th birthday.
We'll see the car later. Let's continue the car inspection. So, Mr. Darek, we're lifting the car now because,
Well, we'll check what got damaged here during the previous season.
as I said, the car was untouched and just sat in the bushes.
Something leaked here, there was oil, everything's wet. The oil pan is welded in 4 places, look. This car has been through a lot, really, look.
Hey, look at these engine mounts here. Polyurethane.
The rubber's good, the steering, and sorry, it tends to...
The universal joint.
Yeah, it can suddenly fail and cause a slip when you turn the steering wheel, but the car doesn't respond. That's terrifying. But I'll tell you, the frame rails are all preserved. With oil? With oil. We'll make something of it, yeah.
Are we fighting for the championship?
I'm competing in your class, so we'll see. We'll do some tandems, definitely. Here, you know, they also have those polyurethanes installed. It's a mess, but you can tell it's worked on, right?
Yes.
I wonder how the subframe is, if it's not tearing out of the chassis.
Yeah, that's the problem with the E36, E46. No, it's nice, welded, reinforced.
It doesn't look too bad. I see new control arms, new ball joints, so you must have changed those.
Yes, I changed it because it fell out.
We'll check the adapters. Does it handle well for you on them?
No, when it comes to how the steering works, it's fine. I set up the car well, I checked the Ackerman and all those other things, so it's all good. I'm here with you to make sure it works technically, and we'll work on it together. All right, now in the meantime, like I told you before, we'll show you Darek's car, which he turbocharged 2 weeks before the trip, and this is what it looks like. Darek, say something. What engine is this? What's happening here?
This is an M113 from Mercedes. Yes, 5-liter at first. It was naturally aspirated. I drove it like that for a while in drift open. Some Yastrum, but still not enough. Actually, at first, the blue engine with the supercharger was in here. Then it was even running on LPG. Fun fact, we were driving it on LPG.
Is it true that LPG has more energy content than gasoline and you can get more power out of it?
Yes, 110 octane. So it really resists knocking. You can advance the ignition a lot because it resists knocking and generally get more power out of it.
But unfortunately, it comes with higher exhaust temperatures.
A bit, yes, but of course it's monitored by a sensor. Can we open the hood? Of course.
That looks pretty good. Take a look at this. That's brutal.
81 and 8 from 2.
And to put it all together, tune it, it's a nightmare.
That's obvious.
And you say it's in the back, right? You moved the cooling system.
Now it's a bit dirty, that's obvious. Well, here's the radiator, obviously, the whole expansion tank here. In the back, we also have quite unusually a fuel pressure regulator, but it works because there was no more space in the front. And here it is. This is what the radiator looks like. Fun fact, we made the radiator ourselves. We didn't buy it because there wasn't one as big as we wanted. So we bought the core and welded it ourselves. Because we wanted to have a really big one. A big idea.
A shroud made for extracting warm air, that's right.
It's not sealed here, and this part will be separated from that part so that the warm and cold air doesn't mix. There was very little time, less than 2 weeks, since we only began ordering parts for the cooler 2 weeks ago. That's not a lot, but my guys managed to handle it, and somehow we got everything done.
So did the car overheat or not?
Not at all. It didn't even get close to overheating. And inside, it used to be a wreck, so it's not completely finished yet. But it has a roll cage and it passed the inspection, so the fire suppression system and everything is there. There we have a tunnel made, through which the lines go to the back, because according to the regulations, they have to be separated. We haven't had a chance to paint it on that side yet. Here's the standard fire suppression system, the power switch, all those things. And also here, these...
And you did all this in 2 weeks?
Yes. And the engine is...
Forged or not?
The engine is factory forged and has factory forged connecting rods. It handles around 600 horsepower and 900 newton meters, which I think is pretty good. This one here,
Wolinski.
Mr. Walensky has this in his S13, and I think he's already driving his second season with it.
How much power does it have?
It's 602 horsepower and 900 newton meters.
Damn, listen, this M113 engine is really nice.
So you put it in. Of course, there are a lot of adapters here. The manifold is turned. The throttle bodies, the TPS had to be... Wait a second.
Wait, the intake manifold is turned.
Normally it's at the back, yeah. It's turned to...
Tak, takie to...
Yes. PowerRide specializes in this clutch and also makes these oil coolers here. And he supplies us with them.
Here's where you connect the oil cooler.
Yes, let me share an interesting fact. There were many complications besides just needing to do this. For example, the engine came without an oil cooler, so we had to change the whole timing system, buy one somewhere, find it, replace it, just to be able to attach this adapter. Oh man. Or another thing, for example, it was only on the third or fourth try that we found a TPS that worked with this throttle body. It was from some Volvo or from...
TPS, which means throttle position sensor.
This is important in the system. That's how it was. I welded this myself since they were busy, and I wanted to prevent leaks. We didn't have time, so it's a temporary fix, but it works and doesn't leak, right? In general, the car will be displayed in a glass container here, so it won't get wet, right? And the boost is half a bar, exactly half a bar. And right now it's generating just under 500 horsepower and 732 Nm of torque, with 600 Nm already available at 2,600 RPM.
And tell me, how much does a ride like this cost? Building a car like this with this kind of specification, because honestly, I'm also curious about it, especially when it comes to this engine and the specification we have here.
Honestly, I haven't had time to calculate it yet.
But how much money are we talking about?
I think you definitely have to count on around 100,000.
For what?
All set with EQ master parts, turbos, and labor. Labor costs quite a bit too.
Just 100,000 to build that car?
Weren't you asking about setting up the engine?
No, about the whole car.
Then it's probably closer to 200.
So that's about 200 grand now with inflation going up, so...
It still lacks a sequential gearbox, so cars with one...
And what kind of gearbox do we have here?
It's a classic from a 3-liter diesel.
The 3-liter diesel, the same 5?
Speed from the E39.
And an indestructible gearbox.
And it works. I think we calculated, we were considering it, we calculated the costs, and it came out to about 600 to 700,000. That's how much it costs to build a car like this in top specification, where it's already competitive worldwide, right?
600 to 700,000.
That's the ballpark figure. And the more we want, obviously the costs go up. A lot of people work on this, so the labor costs are quite high, and that's how it is. We had an issue since they didn't want headlights, but I did for the look. So we trimmed the headlights to fit the intercooler close, making it look decent. I think it turned out well, right?
Yeah, that's right. Look, here you have the intake pipes, and here are the lenses.
So that's how it looks. And it's white and blue because the new electric BMWs are white with blue accents. And I like that. And we did a bit to refresh the old, let's say, E36 to make it look a little better, right?
All right, so that's how Darek's car looks, and we're getting back to work. All right, we'll end today's episode here, and in the next one, I'll show you how quickly the guys from Autogaz will swap my engine, and we'll have a little contest. Write in the comments how long you think it will actually take them. I'm talking hours and minutes. And the person who gets the closest will win some rally goodies from me. I won them at the last competition, so take care. It's already winter, and I'll see you in the next episode.